Uh, there it is. Hey, welcome back to episode 3, part 2, Dicing with Death. So, I wait outside this man's house until he comes home.
So our
Mysteriously.
anti-hero Solomon the Cruel is loitering out on some dwarf stoop for who knows what reason. All right, it was probably noon when you got there. How long do you intend to wait?
Until the sun goes down.
Okay, it's like a rather quiet street. It seems you see a few people walk back and forth, but not a whole lot going on. Um, it is sort of a grayish day. The snow's coming down kind of light by the afternoon, but it's been overcast the whole day. So it's yeah. And then say around maybe 3 o'clock, you hear a voice off to your left,
Mm-hmm.
sounding like "Yoo-hoo!" Female voice.
I ignore it.
Kind sir,
I ignore it.
you don't even look to see the source.
Mm-mm.
Sir, could you help me?
I keep looking straight down the ground. Totally ignore it.
Okay. All right. You hear some rustling, some sort of noise, and you see, sort of coming into your field of view down the street. It's a buxom young woman, sort of tattered reddish hair tied up in a bandana, like a rough blue dress and an
Damn it,
apron.
that's exactly his type of girl.
Who's Solomon's type of girl?
Absolutely. He would go crazy over redheads.
I got this right. Pushing some sort of cart down the street. Looks like maybe like a tram or maybe a baby carriage or something of the sort.
He
Sir!
lifts up his head and looks at her. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Could you come over here and help me?
I slowly eye her up and down. Does it look like she might have any hidden, like any bulges on her body that might be like a weapon hidden somewhere, or? Yeah. Is there anything suspicious?
So you are looking her up and down. She's sort of inching a little bit closer, and so you do the breastises on down, looking for bulges, and some bulges.
Looking for
and
a
you
dagger.
Get back up, and you meet eye contact with her creepy yellow eyes, and you have to make a saving throw versus spell.
Motherfucker.
You sort of lock gaze and can't quite help it.
I'm pretty sure that is a fail. So, yep, 15 would be a pass.
Where's your roll? What did you roll?
11.
Ooh. You find yourself sort of getting a little woozy and confused, and you pass out.
Okay.
Alrighty, let's. Okay.
But if hotness was a stat that we have on the 3 to 18 scale, with an average of 10.5 and a standard deviation of such and such and such and such, where would you put her in terms of attractiveness?
She's a little like rough around the edges, maybe that like farm girl gypsy thing going, but hot, like all like loose threads aside, probably 16, 17.
Oh wow, okay, yeah.
Yeah, verging on unnaturally attractive.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
But kind of with the like rough farm girl look to her.
Something like that.
Damn it. You described Solomon's perfect girl.
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, you still got a chance to get to know her. So,
right.
Sorry, let me figure out the duration on this thing.
All right,
So
let's
it's
do
sort of
this.
an awkward, hazy, dreamless sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what the? Do you have any suggestions on determining spell level for NPCs that don't have a level?
Hit
Is it
dice.
just based on hit dice?
I would do it on hit dice, or it's either hit dice or level flat, like level 6, I think.
Okay, whatever. Close enough. All right. All right. So you wake up. You start to come to, and you are you're like there's gray being dragged across. You're like on the ground, and you realize you're being like dragged across the ground. You look around, you see like a ceiling overhead, and you're in a room.
Can I see what is dragging me?
That woman
Okay.
sort of pushing her cart and awkwardly dragging you by the leg.
Let me see what I have on me. I don't have any daggers
like
on me. I lost my daggers. That's right. I was supposed to buy new daggers.
Note on your character sheet that says "buy dagger."
It says buy daggers and rope. I still have my inlaid silver dagger, which I never got rid of. All right, I want to grab the inlaid silver dagger and throw it at her back.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I was going to say you. It looks. You feel like you're in like maybe an abandoned building or something like that. It looks like it's sort of wrecked. All right. Make a roll to hit. Let me surprise check. Is high good or bad on the surprise check? You want to roll above your. Yeah, I'll look it up. Either she's very surprised or not surprised at all.
Surprise. Lowest surprised.
Okay. All right. So you get a surprise bonus. So it is like +4 to hit. Do you get a penalty for being prone and doing a missile attack?
I'm not sure. I would expect if you're throwing a dagger from your back, you'd get a penalty.
Oh shit. What was I? Oh, I just closed all of my PDFs. All right.
What would my penalty? What are you going to give me as a penalty to hit for being dragged?
+2, so -2 for being prone.
Okay. And I have
Which spells you had memorized again?
Yeah, I had putrefy food and drink, cause light wounds, call upon faith, and cause fear.
Okay.
Actually, call upon faith.
All right.
Screw that. Actually, before I throw my dagger, I actually want to cast call upon faith.
Okay. You get +3 for your attack roll.
Yeah.
Sure. All that.
All right. Okay. Then I want to make my attack roll, so that'd be at total +5.
Okay.
Come on, big money, big money. 11.
Okay. Okay. So you tip first, hit her in the back, and it looks like it just bounces off. You're like, does she got armor on or something? And you hear like yip, and sort of drop your leg and turn around. She says, "Up already, huh?"
Who are you, demon wench?
She stops pushing her cart and comes over to.
I try and get to my feet if she lets go of me.
Okay. All right.
And this time I avoid her gaze.
She turns around. She's got her right hand behind her back, and her left hand is free. She's got sort of sinister-looking smile on her face.
I avoid her gaze at all costs.
Okay. I'm Felicia. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Felicia.
Looks at you and sort of slowly starts stepping towards you. Are you're on the ground, or are you?
I would try and get to my feet if I can.
Okay, so let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay. What is speed to get to?
Someone in Reddit was asking about our initiative system. Am I supposed to look these up and actually give shout-outs to?
You can do whatever you want to do.
Just these. I'll see if I can find the guy. But anyways, it's just straight up 2nd edition D&D initiative. So it's a D10 modified by the speed of your action. So Neil generally rolls +2 because he's got his daggers, or if he's using a spell based on the spell speed. But if you've got a larger weapon, it's a higher initiative, or monsters have initiative based on their size.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I just want to get to my feet and pull out my holy symbol and talk to her this round. So, what would
Okay.
you say the modifiers for that?
That's your size. So 3 for being a medium-sized creature.
8.
8. Okay. All right. So she's gonna go first, and she pulls her hand from behind her back, and she's got a meat cleaver in it,
Motherfucker.
still like bloodstains on it, and she sort of steps casually towards you. Are you like fleeing, or sort of standing your ground, or what?
I'm trying to back away and get my holy symbol out, and
Okay.
get it worded edgewise before she kills me.
So it's sort of a casual, awkward, walkie standoff. So you're backing away towards the wall or whatever, and she's walking towards you. She takes a swing with her cleaver
AC 10.
and sort of grazes your front, cutting your fresh red robes and dealing 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Um,
All right. I have taken 2 damage.
can you roll a perception check for me?
Mhm. 21.
21 perception. Okay. You hear some sort of like yipping coming from the cart.
I want to pull out my.
So it's your action. You were pulling out your holy symbol,
I
and
pull out my holy symbol and say,
oh, you're allowed to make those sorts of actions without initiative rolls.
Okay,
Or
well,
if you're not
I wanted to get to my feet too and like back up.
Okay.
So
yeah, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
yeah. So I say, I am a servant of Beelzebub, and in his name I command you to cease. I fear we work towards the same goals.
And what goals would that be? She sort of
The suffering
Snaps
and
at you.
destruction of mankind. I seek to see them weep and starve in the streets, to see their houses burned in front of them and their children lying dead at their feet.
sort of smiles at this. But you are a man. And she sort of licks her lips.
I have a husk that carries me through this world. The flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing.
Your flesh may be weak, but it still tastes the same. She lashes out again with her cleaver, and you sort of jump back and avoid the swing.
She-demon, I will bring you fresh meat. I currently seek the death of one dwarven blacksmith when he is completed with my tasks.
Fresh meat, huh?
I would feed him
I
and
get
his
my-
friends to you.
And if you should flee here and leave me without a meal altogether,
What sort of man do you think I am? One that would run from something as weak as you? No, I think you can help me in my
most
goals.
men do. Okay.
As she says, most men do. I want to, still holding my holy symbol out in front of me, strut up to her,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna try and kiss her.
Roll the hit.
Well, I don't. What are my modifiers?
This is AC 10.
Any modifiers? Surprise?
Surprise. All right, you get a surprise bonus.
So
So +2, -4 for called shot.
Okay, so D20 minus 2, and I need to roll a total of 10.
Yes.
Oh, denied.
All right, she pulls back shockingly. You accidentally catch her gaze, but you find that it doesn't
Okay.
affect you at this point. She still does have eerie, like yellow-green eyes.
I do not fear you, my dear.
Perhaps you should. I will give you an a day to prove your worth. Bring me an offering of flesh, and we can talk. You're truly as sinister as you say.
I nod, and then I awkwardly go and pick up the dagger I threw at her,
Okay.
and I walk out.
She says, oh, by the way, silver's for werewolves.
And I say, yeah, as it's the only dagger I had on me right now.
She sort of gives you a cackling laugh as you walk out the door. All right. It's an abandoned building. Seems like there's several other abandoned buildings nearby.
Mm-hmm.
You're not really sure which part of town you're in.
Okay. What time of day is it?
It about the same as you. I mean, you're looking. It's hard to tell because everything's kind of hazy, but you don't imagine that more than an hour could have passed.
Okay. I try and wander around until I figure out where I am, and then I want to go back to the dwarf's house.
Okay. So you end up wandering to that. Did you see me? Are you looking at the map?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
To that fountain. You realize that this abandoned building was somewhere up in there.
Okay.
So, add that.
All right. I walk back to the dwarf's house. And then I continue my, loitering in front of his building, feeling kind of sheepish and awkward, and like, damn it, I was gonna be so cool, and now I'm so lame.
Oh, oops. Okay. All right. So you wander back to this abandoned building, feeling a little groggy and ashamed.
Only a shame that I rolled so poorly.
Okay. So you are loitering in front of the dwarf's house, and maybe half hour later, see a dwarf strutting down the street. He's the only one on the walk at this point.
Okay. I'm trying to keep my, my face as hidden as possible.
But you're sitting on his front steps, right? Or it's standing.
Standing very near his front steps.
Okay.
And then as he approaches, I say, "Master Dwarf, I have need to speak with you."
Common?
In Dwarven.
Okay.
In private.
Who are you?
I am someone who seeks knowledge and would like to keep things understated.
Well, you speak Dwarven beautifully. Would you like to come in for a pint?
Thank you.
Long day. And he sort of pushes past you to open his door.
Okay.
And invites you in.
I walk in with him.
I'm Morin. It's a pleasure to meet you. And he sort of sticks out a stubby palm.
I do not return the gesture.
He looks a little confused for a second, and then turns around and goes into his kitchen and
come to
a couple of flagons of ale.
I come to speak.
Well, speak.
I come to speak with you about Theron.
Thanon. Oh, he's a good bloke.
And I say, there's much I need to know, and I need to know it soon.
He hands you a drink.
Okay.
And sits down at his table.
I want to pull out my bag with all my copper in it, which is about 300 copper. I don't want to show it, but I want to pull it out and just kind of like plop it on the table. And be like, have you spoken to him today?
Just briefly, yeah.
What did you speak about?
Don't remember. We met for lunch. Went back to work.
Nothing? You spoke of nothing?
He sort of like... Now what's this about?
I told you. I come speaking...
Bag.
What? If he goes to reach for the bag, I want to like keep his hand away from it. Like as a no, not yet sort of thing.
He leans back and, what's your angle?
I seek knowledge. Seeking
What did Thanon get into?
hopefully nothing yet. It is my aim to keep him out of trouble. My secrecy is here to protect those that might otherwise fall prey to, well, out-of-towners. Has Thanon,
Grasp your meaning, but you're making me uncomfortable.
as you should be, Master Dwarf, has Thanon made any enemies recently? Anyone that I may have had a strong disagreement with? Any women he may have scorned?
Well, you know dwarven women. Maybe you don't. But no. What are you getting at? Is this about Esmeralda?
Is it? Tell me, who is Esmeralda?
Lady
That you
dwarf.
know of.
I
The Esmeralda you know of, who is she?
a seamstress? Pretty bearded lady?
I do not laugh.
I assume you're Neil. What's that you're drinking there?
What?
Apple juice. What are you drinking?
Undisclosed energy drink.
Okay. Are you not you waiting for a sponsorship?
They've all they're not
touching
going to go for it, but even if I don't think I'll ever be able to because they don't want to support marathon streaming anymore for like
Really?
yeah, like they're trying to get away from that image, it seems. But I'm you know, I ideologically opposed to supporting doing advertising for people. Fuck them, they can pay for their own advertising.
Sure. Anyways, but I assume your character is not touching his drink.
Not at all.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry for interrupting the flow of
That's
conversation. I
fine.
don't remember where we were.
A seamstress.
Yeah.
How much do you know of this Esmeralda? She may be the one I'm seeking.
Dwarf from a different rock.
She did not grow up around here, did she?
Grew up around here. None of us did.
Moved to the city in the last few months?
Her?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably been closer to a year, but why?
What are months compared to years in the lives of dwarves?
He nods. Strokes his graying beard. He stands up.
You would be wise to keep your friend away from her.
What do you know? And he goes over to a cupboard and pulls out a loaf of bread. Tears off a big chunk. And gestures it towards you. It's good, he says. I made it myself.
I accept it and then just put it down next to my beer.
In Wodheim. And he sits down and starts gnawing on.
I'm standing through all of this, and I say, be careful with what you say and with who you say it. I shall deal with this problem myself.
Okay. You have your red robe on still, I assume?
Yes.
Right. Okay. He's sort of staring at you at a loss for words. Quizzically.
Okay. Fuck, I'm not getting anything out of this that I wanted to get out of this. God, this is not going how I wanted it to.
At a loss for what you're trying to get out of this.
I know. That's because I'm trying to keep you at a loss so you don't fuck me. I know if I tell you my plans, you're gonna screw them, so I'm trying to keep it secret. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. Uh, hmm. When I spoke with our mutual friend, he had said there was a recent problem with his ore shipments.
Ingots, probably, but yes. You see, ore is the raw material before it's been refined.
I'm aware of
A
ore.
blast
Do you work
furnace
with
or
these
the
same
like.
shippers, suppliers?
Do what?
Do you work with these same suppliers?
Hmm. No, breadsmithing's quite a different endeavor.
You're a baker?
Breadsmith.
I see.
Says no, our farms are in the east. His have to be transported from up north,
I chuckle.
Solstice, through the tunnel.
Then I guess you are having even worse times then.
How do you mean?
The East has been wrought with plague and suffering. People have been dying left and
Oh,
right.
I've heard that.
Churches have been burning.
Rain keeps coming.
For now. Beware the East. Beware the man that lives outside of town. And with that, I turn and walk away
Okay.
and leave the house.
Okay.
Okay. And I want to. Fuck it. Oh god, this didn't work. I want to go back to my inn
Okay.
and just cry that nothing's working out. Just
All right.
hold myself.
All right. Can you roll a perception check for me?
Yes, I can do that. Ba-bam!
Okay. So you're almost back to your hotel, and you notice, like, I mean, I don't know, you're glancing around or whatever, and you look behind you and notice there's like a mangy-looking stray dog, like, walking down the street behind you. Seems peculiar because you haven't seen a whole lot of animals in the streets here. And it sort of turns down some alley.
I walk after it.
Okay.
I just want to like look down the alleyway at it.
Okay. You get to the alley and you turn and you don't see any sign of it.
Okay, I go back to my hotel, my inn, my tavern, my Four Seasons.
It's a pretty nice hotel as far as these country things go.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Do you go back to your inn?
Yeah, I go back to my inn.
Like 6 p.m.
That's fine. I go back to my inn. What is the range on putrefy food and drink?
I think you have to touch it, but...
Range is 30 yards.
Oh, really? Well, very cool.
Sweet. Up to 1 cubic foot of food and drink per level can thus be made unsuitable for consumption.
Okay. That's a lot of jerky.
Yeah.
Cubes of beef jerky.
I want to order some food in my red robes, sit back in the corner of the tavern. Like, if there's a darkened corner or some area where there's, like, not a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
Is there such a place available?
Sure, there's a dimly lit corner.
Excellent.
There's a fair few people.
Okay. All right, I want to start eating my food, and then I want to cast Putrefy Food and Drink at the kitchen in the tavern.
Okay. You don't need to, like, target a specific amount of food, or... line of sight? What is it?
I don't know. That's your call.
Purify food and drink. Okay. I'm gonna rule that you need to get some sort of line of sight to the food. I have to use the restroom real quick. Maybe we don't even bother to take a break. I don't know if you want to run a commercial for like a minute, and we can skip this hour break. I can go pee.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, weak bladder. BRB 1 minute.
BRB 1 minute. Can I tell you guys my plans right now? Maybe. I'm definitely gonna. Oh, Ryan's back.
What are you? Are you
What?
not with the audience?
I haven't said anything to anyone.
Cahoots. All right.
No.
Are we ready to go?
No, commercials are still running.
Okay.
It's